It's the last chance for Cornflakes to impress any Super Rugby selectors out there as we head into the final round of the ITM Cup on Cornflakes' road to the World Cup. Who will pick this young, talented back player up? Is it a chance for him to move on to bigger and better things? Or will he find a dead stop here in his ambitious goal to find a spot in the World Cup squad? Hello everyone and welcome along to Cornflakes Crib, your home of Rugby Challenge 2 and the road to the World Cup, where we are finding our way from club rugby all the way in to possibly the big time with the All Blacks for this series. Of course, plenty more action to come as well. Will we find a team for Cornflake into Super Rugby? That is the first question. Other than that, we still have plenty more series to come. Plenty of ideas coming from you guys about other country players that we could possibly see in a road to the World Cup. So lots more road to the World Cup action as we head towards the 2015 Rugby World Cup. But for today, it is a final round of the ITM Cup, and Cornflake is situated out there on the right wing for the Stags, and a chance for him get some tries, turn some heads here for this Wellington coaching staff, and look to push a place into one of these Super Rugby sides. The team otherwise unchanged. They've performed well. Good win last week over Bay of Plenty, and they'll look to finish their season on a high with the big scalp that could be of Wellington. Now here is the Lions side. Now they have a lot more to play for, and you can see by that they have picked their absolute best squad. They've gone for all the big names is there. Matu'u's in there. We got Vito in there. We have, of course, in the back line none other than Julian Salvier and Conrad Smith. All the big ones are there. Of course, Woodward at the back. He could be a key player for this Lions side. But all the big guns are there for the Lions, and if they fire, it could be a bad day to be a Stag supporter. But they have lots on the line, you have to say. They are fourth currently on the table with a 9-win, 1 draw, 2 loss record, and a loss here tonight could see them drop out of the top 4, which will be devastating because that is their playoffs gone. So still a lot on the line here for the Wellington side, and they'll need to perform at their best to see off this very determined Southland side. Key man, of course, for the Stags will be this one, Lima Sopawanga. If they're going to get anything out of this game, he is the one golden man. He kicks off, and away we go to the right side. Here is Flake into the action early, and he's beautifully plucked that out of the sky. The Stags may get some early ball, but Wellington get numbers back there, and they'll secure it back their side. Ripia goes for the kick as he gets tackled from behind, and it's a nice one too. Finding a way away from Ngangalafe, and he's in a spot of bomber. He gets to weed, and he goes back to Holo, and Holo's away. He cuts all. That is an absolute horrible tackle from Jason Woodward. Should be some punishment for that. That could have been a try, and the Stags could have been off to a flyer, but I suppose they're not, and they'll have the penalty, which is little consolation for what could have been a fantastic start from Willis Holo. Line out will go the way of Southland though, right on the 22 of the Wellington Lions. What can the set piece cook up? Just a 3-man line out. Beckus goes to the front. He gives it down for Reed, and Scott Eade through the middle, looking to go himself. Oh, he's so close. Could have been a brilliant try from the set piece. Wellington turn it over, and they look wide. Salvier looks to bust away. Flake makes a desperate slowdown on him. Holo, the hooker, tackles on Conrad Smith, and that is a good team defensive play from Southland. Conrad Smith combining with Julian Salvier could have been curtains down the other end, but they hang on, and they'll get the line out just outside the 22. This time they go full 7-man, and Eade won't run it himself, finds Sopawanga, delivers it to Jackman. Jackman pops it up nicely. Holo looking himself, decides to offload to Boys. Beckham field, Fedilofa gets tackled, a big hit on him. Ball's there. Sopawanga, oh, outside he goes. Eade has to desperately flick to Flake, going in the corner. What a finish, what a try, what a start. What a superstar that try was. That could be the turning point of one man's career right there. The pass from Eade was horrible. Dixon the scrum half. Sopawanga did the magic. He drew Salvera off his wing. Eads' pass was just about not quite enough. But Cornflake did sensationally to pick that up and put it down in the corner with one of the best put downs you'll see. What a horrible pass. Got the acceleration and Woodward couldn't stop him. Treby couldn't catch him. And what a start for the Stags. Wellington have tried to put them off their game, but they've held firm so far. Just about quarter of an hour in. A slight breeze right at the back of Sopoaga as he lines up an important 2 points with a dream of a kick. That is how you get him. And it's 7-0 Southland over Wellington. Well, if ever he needed a strong performance to finish his season, Flake, this could be it, and that is a great way to start it too. Flying high to claim a kickoff, and now scoring an absolute brilliant finish kick there. As now there's a defensive chance. Look at this, it's a try back for Wellington. Oh, that was from nothing as well, and they've scored it, and they've brought it straight back. One pass, Conrad Smith climbs high. He gives it to Julian Salvia, and it's goodbye. He is out of here. Just had enough speed to get away from Ngalafe. Flake was off his mark defensively. It's been one of his strong points, but he was going for the ball, and no one covered his position on the wing. There he goes. He was up for that, and then it was too late. Ngalafe couldn't cover that ground. And that is an absolute disappointment to turn around instantly and give them the way back into the game. Woodward will take the conversion attempt. It's a difficult one, just like Sopoaga had minutes ago. Steps in, strikes it, it's on target, it's a flat one, it's a nice one. And it is a good one as well. Just getting it over the sticks, it's all tied up, 7-all. Wellington and Southland. We are just 20 minutes into this game, and we've had two absolutely brilliant tries so far as well. Southland worked hard as Sopoaga kicks off again. He goes left side this time, and Jackman. Oh, Jackman! Absolutely unbelievable! Sopoaga gets a pass. Dixon away from Pecos. Oh, he's knocked on. What a time to drop the ball. Matu goes himself. Southland on hand. Oh, they turn it instantly over. They go back. Willis Hulu. Back to Flake. He gets taken. Too many numbers there for Wellington. Vainga will run it out himself. Fatty Lofa. Oh, there's massive numbers here. Mitchell over for Jackman, who cuts back in field and will score the second try. One each for the two wingers. And Southland storm back into the match with an instant reply. This game has complete disregard for defence. It is all out attack. It is win or lose. And that is how these sides are playing. There is going to be no winning loser here at all. Southland could go out of this, and a lot of their players will be finding jobs for the off-season. Wellington, well, they could be season over if they don't win. It's a chance to impress for both, and Southland are doing the better of things at the moment. Jackman gets a try. He has been prolific this season. Lema Sopoaga, he is the steady hand of the ship of Southland. 12-7, again another important kick, and he makes little mistake. Very, very little you could stake a poor shot at that. 14-7, Southland lead Wellington. We're back to halfway. Now the Stags need to watch out. They can't afford to let a silly mistake give away this lead once again. Again, it goes to the left side, but this time Boys is on hand, but he's given it away. Rupier flies through and steals it off them. Oh, there we go. Instant disappointment for Southland as big run from Vito. Pops it in nicely, and Hill goes to ground inside Southland's 22. Their defence is very much in disarray as Flake is once again on Savia, and he does a brilliant job just pushing him off the legs into touch. That is going to be an absolute massive matchup between Flake and Savia. As Eid Goes back to Flake, who's doing some kicking, and that is a horror. Well, he looks kind of chuffed with himself, but it's not one of his best plays at all. A decent hit, but look at where we're taking the line out. That has gone nowhere at all. And Matu and his Wellington teammates, oh, they've messed that up. Completely butchered it. And Dixon now will take the kick, and that's not bad either. Gets it away from Woodward, who goes back to 10-metre line. And look at that run from Eade, was flying through. Rapier's knocked on. And Treby, it is who's knocked on. Treby, how did that even happen? Watch this. That was a beautiful tackle on Woodward from Scott Eade.
Crouch.
Just flicked it out, and Treby spilt all his marbles. And we'll have a scrum feed here for the Stags. Just over halfway, Wellington's side of the field. Eade puts in. And Elliot Dixon will be at number 8, waiting for the ball to come back, and he'll run it out. Strong runner of the ball he is, and he's gone to ground. Not much of an impact on that play as everyone's in this ruck trying to hold on to the ball, but they won't get it. Wellington say thank you, and away it comes Proctor. Oh, what a ball inside for the first 5 in Rapier, and that one is going to run all the way down. Southland will make sure, and that is not the best kick at all by the fly half, Willie Rapier. He sends the two sides to half-time. Southland had that one covered every single day of the week, and they will go into the sheds at half-time. Very much the happiest side. Look at the scoreline, 14-7. Upset on the cards. Wellington not able to keep up. One freakish play is all they have to offer so far. Look at the stats too. Possession 61-39, territory 58-42. Both going the way of Southland, and line breaks as well. 5-4. Handling errors though just 6-1. Southland won't be too disappointed because they're leading despite the handling errors as well. Tackles is a big one. Just 9 from Southland, 23 for Wellington. It is half-time here in the final ITM Cup match in Cornflakes road to the World Cup. He has impressed pretty well today so far in the first half. He'll be looking to put on another good 40 minutes and hope that someone will sign him up to a Super Rugby contract. It is all up in the air for now, but still 40 minutes to go. It's been an impressive season, and surely I imagine someone will sign up the youngster. 14-7 though, Southland still have a task at hand. 40 minutes against Wellington. Match still on the line. Wellington's hopes of a top 4 hanging in the balance. Rapier back at halfway. His heavy kick sent the two sides to half-time, and now he will resume the matchup. Second half is underway, and Rapier has absolutely smashed that high. Boys finds Holo, and he passes beautifully off the floor. Jackman is there. He's got McIntosh, and McIntosh gives it away. Here's Conrad Smith going to the corner. He is just short. That was very close. Wellington pile on, and Southland are on absolute warning here. They are really hard on defence. Beautiful ball back in field. It's a chance for Filippo. He goes to ground. Southland look for the quick turnover. Here's Hill popping it up. And a run straight at the line for Rapier. Looking to drive on, but they don't get away. Goods. Big ball wide. Southland have got numbers in defence, but they're looking out there for Savia. Beautiful tackle. Flake has absolutely crunched him into touch. Not many players get away with a smother tackle on Julian Savia. Flake just did it. Highlight real stuff. Eade goes down, and Jackman this time will get the kicking duties, and that's not a bad effort. Bounces into touch, just short of halfway. Well, you've got to be happy with that. Nangalafe comes forward to give him some props for the good of that kick. And Wellington have lost a lot of yards off that one. And Matu, whose line-out throwing has been a bit off the mark. Oh, he's lost another one. He quickly delivers it. Sopoanga runs to the line, finds Holo, looking to play the numbers game. Vainga's out there, and he looked in field, but didn't see the player who cut him off. Big tackle. Sopoanga fires a dodgy ball, and that was never going the way they wanted it to, the Stags. Southland's defence is very much in tatters at the moment as they look wide, and once again it's going to be Xavier on Flake, and once again Flake makes a desperate tackle.
Release.
Takes him to ground. Southland want the ball back. Wellington holding tight and they will keep it. Boy, this game is getting absolutely fired up as Conrad Smith has been dumped. Now we're going to break away for Treby. Somehow offloading Conrad Smith. Southland's defence trying to regather its thoughts here.
Release.
Inside their 22 again. Wellington playing all the rugby of the second 40 at the moment. Great tackle on Sione. Just got the foot, that's all he needed. Now got the short run from Wilson.
Release.
Frey Wilson going to go off the back of the ruck himself. Here's Conrad Smith looking to get some authority into this game.
Release.
But his opposite has absolutely hammered him. Jamie McIntosh over the top. Captain Express there from the big prop. Sopawanga is on hand to turn around the corner and smash this upfield. And it goes straight into the waiting hands of Jason Woodward, who meets up with a big second row of Beckuis, who puts him down and turns it over. This is great stuff from Southland. Sopawanga goes short to Vaanga. Holo offloads nicely. Flake does another. Oh, would have been a good pass, but couldn't be caught. And Vaanga was there. He was in support. The pass. Well, the pass was all right. It was the catching that let him down on that occasion. Numbers to burn as Filippo makes his way off for Lavave. And once again, a line out just outside Southland's 22. Matu'u has had a horror run lately of these lineouts, and that one's been knocked straight as well. Well, this just gets worse for Wellington. They can't get close, and Sopawanga cuts them in half. He looks to the corner. Vaenga's chasing. It's a speed race. It's going to beat them all, is it? No, it's just short of the hole. Wellington somehow don't put that into touch. Oh, massive. This has to be a turnover. How is that not a turnover? Goodness me, Wellington living the lives of the cat at the moment. Big chances as the big tackle drives them back, and will be going for a 5-metre scrum. Southland ball. Not the best entrance to the match for Lavave as he feeds a scrum. What's the set piece got here for the Stags? They will win this ball. Dixon runs out himself. Oh, his pass has been intercepted, and it's back here for Vito. Wow, that's one way to ruin your set piece. Rapier, oh, big tackle there on the scrum, on the fly half. His advantage to Wellington for offside. Mitchell turns that over, and Dixon would have been in for the try. But we have an offside penalty going back against Southland. Well, didn't quite catch where that was. It was quite a way into the game. But Rapier's got the ball, and no question he has to tap it. As Wellington through Wilson finds support in Reddish, and Reddish goes down, and oh, a ball, it's a penalty! Not releasing against Reddish! That is a massive penalty to give away inside your own 22. 3 minutes to go, and Southland instantly points to the post. This will win them the match. Lema Sopawanga will be his final act of the season, I'd imagine. But it could be the biggest win so far. Full time goes. Sopawanga denies Wellington a bonus point and gives Southland a 10-point lead. Full time should ring, and there it is. That's a famous victory for the Southland Stags. They have beaten the Wellington Lions. And it has been quite the clinical display. The wingers have scored the try. And of course, Lema Sopawanga, fly half extraordinaire, has scored all his available points to give them quite the impressive win to finish their season. 17-7 the final score. Jackman and Flake with one try apiece. How good was Cornflake tonight? Simply put, he was very good. The first 40 minutes, he was outstanding. Second 40, didn't really find too much ball. Had a half chance with Vaenga, but the catching was off the mark. Defensively, he matched up nicely against Xavier. Apart from that one time he went for the kickoff, which led to Wellington's only try. So Jackman and Flake scored the 2 tries. Sopawanga, perfect with the boot, 2 conversions, and of course the penalty to deny Wellington a bonus point. Julian Savia got the 1 try, and Jason Woodward converted to give Wellington 7 points. Well, things definitely evened up at the full-time stat screen. 53-47 the possession, 49-51 the territory. Wellington getting right back in the game as far as the stats are concerned anyway. Southland's second half was a lot better when it came to errors, only adding another 3 on to their first half effort, so they'll be pleased with how that went. Tackles, well, if you recall, Southland only made 9 in the first half, so they made an additional 30 in the second, so very much a defensive half for Southland as Wellington comes storming back in with their possession. But that is the end of the ITM Cup for Southland. They have completed their season with a very good victory over Wellington in front of their home fans. That will please them, though the overall season will send them disappointed. Let's have a final look at the table and see who will be the overall victors of this year's ITM Cup. So there we go, final results. Canterbury have won the ITM Cup, so no real surprise there. One of the best sides throughout the competition. Southland not even making the semi-finals. I'll be interested to see who actually made the semis, but that would be very interesting to see if Wellington made the semis at all. So Cornflakes' time with the Southland Stags comes to a close. The question will be where he will be moving on to next. Will it be up country? Will it be up to the Blues, the Hurricanes, the Chiefs, of course, the Crusaders, or possibly the Highlanders? So many options. Who will pick him up? Let me know what your opinions are on where he should possibly go, and we will see very soon whether he will soon be a Super Rugby player and continue his next step in his road to the World Cup. Thank you all for tuning in to today's match. A good win over Wellington, and hopefully there will be another part to this series. Hopefully we will see some time with some Super Rugby franchises. So until then, thank you for tuning in and watching, and I'll see you all next time. Until then, take care.